Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to part 61 in the Crew 2 as part of the full walkthrough. Las Vegas was very much more excited to enjoy. Air race to be flying around on the city, then the hypercar to go around in the White Rock Hills, and then a two-part conclusion in Latrell's car is actually to be leaving to Las Vegas, Nevada, and head on over to be at Los Angeles, California. So right now, as I'm about to be ready up and good to go to be resumed to be at the USB Tour West Edition to go on stage number 6 after clear from the Golden Hills Racetrack Special. Rallycross only, and this time it's about to go for the tarmac and gravel on the dirt. This will be doing much more fine excellent to be leaving in the state of Nevada, and go west to be in the state of California is now being yet and traveled to. So in the meantime, it was a very good time to be enjoyable to have a two-part conclusion from Latrell car is actually to be a very good best of excitement. So hopefully I'll have to race again at any time as I'm about to be put up onto the Citroen C3 Racing. We'll be continuing on and follow the stage on the time attack event. So let's start out and get back on the rally stage. Will be entered in about 3, 2, 1, and we're off by over 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
Golden Hills to Los Angeles, Nevada to California. It's stage number 6, US Speed Tour West.
Time to leave Nevada and let's go on the time attack in California. We'll be doing one-way ticket to go over there. This will be doing much more fine technique to go on the streets because Rallycross vehicle is actually to take the first step as we're about to go off the dirt to be taking the next turn on the direction as you already done this. So hopefully you'll have to go faster in the all-wheel drive. Braking, drifting, and cornering is what you need to do. The traction is still doing well to keep a motion pace. Checkpoint by every route and go down on the hills. So you see, this will be doing much fine practice as you already entered to be participate on every live summit event. But take the stop at the left to go on the dirt. That's where you might have to keep a good slow and steady to go cross around and short faster on the low speed. So just gonna have to be having a good place on the giant sequoia forest, explore the wilderness in one of California's most finest nature environment. Gonna have to go uphill to be sliding down the hill. Checkpoint cleared and slow down at the 50 marker board to go on the right. Having that time of change and progress from earlier mornings as being updated from all the previous content video. But I'll have to get down and do some management. We'll have to do this part of the WIP session, and also we're putting up as a complete edition to be on date by distribution. So I just really wondered that my plan and for my channel is going to be yet to be well shared to be associated by my own divisional branch as the United Defensive Reformation Service Committee is now actually to go focusing on related live stream videos that contains to be removed with some bloopers, outtakes, and out of context. But my perfection work is all I need to be yet by updates, so this one is going to have to do a bit more perspective to be on the main part of the scene. So gonna have to keep going faster to be leaving in the giant sequoia forest. Almost there and arriving in Central Valley. So very good to be enjoyed for having a good Rallycross special stage time attack rally, you guys. Hopefully they will have to take more speed to be going on two terrains to do some grip and skill. So same as before from part 1 in Latrell's car, it'll have to take that 90-degree angle turn to go all the way. Straight line in the road to be crossing in the bridge where the highway is at. Okay, there you go. Halfway there is almost done to be stopped at 60%. Okay, good handling on the grip. Gonna have to do the apex as I'm about to do my best cue. Okay, another one down. Okay, time to do a bit more power slide, drip or less. Exit on the right to go proceed at the highway. So here it comes. Faster on the pace to go wide open on the highway route. But going for having a one detour as we're about to take the left turn to be going off the road. Okay, that's good. Now, gonna have to go at San Bernardino Mountains. This is where one of the best mountains in California state. It's all about climbing up on the dirt trail for every rallycross vehicle that you might need to do some freaking precision to go up and go faster with using enough nitro. So there you go. Stay on the main mobility in the 4th gear transmission. One jump, solid touchdown, and go clear by the checkpoint. Okay, that's good. Gonna have to live on and off-roading for a rallycross spec made vehicle. 10% to go, and here it is. Right over there to have the part of Los Angeles is Hollywood. So just gonna have to keep a good expect lookout because it'll have to keep a good maintained by the call in the pace. Okay, gonna have to take that turn to go around in San Bernardino Mountains. There it is, Los Angeles, California. Almost there.
Last checkpoint before Los Angeles. The competitors are about to discover the Pacific Ocean.
And that's how, over 6 minutes, this will be your own challenge that you might need to go practice for the Live Summit event. So take all the common parts to be received as a loot. And good job. So, as being arrived in California to be located in the West Coast, like Oregon and the Washington State. So, just gonna have to keep a good stop by at the map. There's gonna be having 2 street race events to be on check. It's gonna be at Temecula Wineries for a street race in one part of the sprint race, and the San Bernardino Mountains. Alright, so looks like as everything to be checked as from every Live Summit event. So let's go travel to in Temecula and go enter there to have the best place to be around on the mountains of San Bernardino. So I'll have to get down and choose any available street race vehicle to be on the main recommend pick. So I'll have to choose by any vehicle I want to choose. Okay, now let's see. Something else that might be quite very good in Japanese or American car to be around on the state of the Cali. So how about if I ever really think that makes something else to have a good muscle car in 4-door. The Dodge Charger SRT-A 2012 with UDRS in Sportec to go domestic, not domesticated, to have a good, excellent hot rod modification. Not that kind of a hot rod, but decals and a livery that adds up with a good style and stripe. So I'm about to pick this beast out and go for the per level of 260. A bit much more closer to be at 280, so it'll have to be a bit much more good to be impressed. Alright everybody, sprint race in San Bernardino Mountains, up I go in about 3 seconds to hit the green. Time of condition to go on the dusk. I feel so excited to be racing on the mountains in San Bernardino for a street race. For me, as part for each part of... Okay, let me try this again. I just feel so scratching up my mind of focusing.
3,
Let me try this again.
2, 1.
Take place for having a good late afternoon towards the dusk. You know, the mountains of San Bernardino, along with each part of the county like Temecula and Murrieta all together, but for me, part of the southern region of California is going to be having a best place to call home. Like Sacramento and up north state of California, but there's going to be having some much more fine, excited places to be here, so hill climb up I go and go beast mode to have my Charger SRT to go for intermediate by 260 rather than go on full maximum. But the hairpin on the hill climbing tactics is going to be a bit more tricky to be going on to do some differences on the drivetrain. But there you go. The sunset is feel on the horizon. Okay, doing well. But this part of the race is going to be yet forward to be moving on forward to be arrived in the state of Nevada. Just to take a big U-turn circle to go around between California and Nevada altogether to see some different routes on the road and highway altogether. But I'm always in it to enjoy it, and the trees itself is very much more time to be in this giant sequoia forest. Going across the bridge to have that turn on the route corner. Much more good. Halfway there by 50% progression. The slippery on the road is meant to be challenging to go on after rain. So arriving in the Inland Empire just to have one part of the location in Southern California. That's 60% progression cleared to go moving on. Downhill on the few consecutive turns to go on each part of the turns on the route. This will be doing much more enjoyable to do some faster times and braking to do some left and right turns. But seems like it because this part of the sprint race is actually to be served as a mountain pass. Better yet, of course, it will have to be shared on each regions to be located between the borders of California and Nevada. Gonna have to go by electric nitro to go full speed. Left turn coming in. Stay on the downhill as 85% to go on the right turn. Going boosted for kicks. And going back to Nevada as we're about to enter again in Mojave Desert. Okay, let's go, go, go. Hit the finish line and take a good record set on 3 minutes, 29.105 seconds in first place. Another 25,000 bucks to be earned with an additional of 640. Okay, so I'll have to stop right here to go quick travel as after the loading screen to be going back onto free mode. That's one event down. One more to go, and just gonna have to take one stop by to be at Hollywood for the USB Tour West. So, unlike San Bernardino Mountains, but Temecula Wineries is going to be having a good time to be racing down the south. Just right next to be located by around between in the county state of Los Angeles and Orange County. But I bet I should rather have to see Orange County, but this place is definitely might be quite good to be doing some wonderful high-end luxury beautiful places. So it sure does. I might gonna have to go for having much more fun recommend high performance supercar as I'm about to go for the Lamborghini Huracan 2015. So there it is, the 610-4 on the LP model. Good to be stay remain on 280. But speaking of high exotic supercar, it'll have to be more likely to see some usual opponents will be doing a starting grid to be at the other side of the area on the track.
3,
So countdown to go initiate in 3 seconds and go for having a sun ride in the morning. Okay, coming in and first place in the lead for having a good start. By having morning and evening before earlier in the twilight, each condition on every street race event goes specifically on different set of condition. But that one is going to be on the sunrise in the morning. But along with the Temecula Mountains is going to have to be cruising around to be in around along with San Bernardino. But you know, this is going to be quite doing some fine differences to be well compared to have each different areas on mountains. So going to go full straight on the bridge. Guess I had to do this for only one part of the challenge, just like all the other last summit event. Go by brake. Okay. Take that next turn in about 2 miles to be right at the sign towards Los Angeles to go by one-way ticket. But this race and the sprint course just going to take the left turn to go proceed. And that's how you have to take the left turn to go around by having one part of the area along with other places in Orange County. Going full speed. Several residential homes and a gas station pass by. Okay, go full velocity at the go. Braking in on the left and go slow it down on the right. This street is definitely might be going well tested, so you might need to keep a good maintained pace without going off the road. That could be a bit more challenging and more concentration that you need to stay focused until you have to get it right. A bit much more intermediate, so I'll have to stay at it and go like a pro. Alright, very good and very much more indeed. The Huracan still got an all-wheel drive to be on the midship balance, but it's about to get closer to have 10% to go left. South Coast on the next area location. And here comes Orange County. Finish line is now arrived at the destination. Okay, by exactly over 3 minutes by adding up in 1.408 seconds. Well, not to mention because 0.468 seconds is now being yet to be checked on the leaderboards. So I guess that will be doing much more fine well on the decimal, but one event check and good job for having one street race in the most high-end supercar of all time. So just yet to have 3 miles to be arriving in Los Angeles. But what the heck, maybe I might gonna have to go faster to have a one-way ticket to get there to be on fast travel. So, I guess Hollywood special for the hypercar discipline will be ready and go on the set. But this time, it'll have to go by having one part of the location like Hollywood as the original to go for having a grid start for having more hypercar vehicles like ever before. So good thing the Papillon is yet to be on a good placement spot on this location. So gonna have to switch to any hypercar without using the Citroën GT. But how about maybe that will be doing one part of the scene stunt performance as I'm about to go on stunt driver. But good thing I still have the creators KS Mask Leader 2020 will be doing a very good hypercar will be on the scene in the set. Just to have the per level of 320, 1150 horsepower and top speed 279 miles per hour. Let's bring out that bad boy up and place this people. We got one hypercar to be on fictional and get ready to be on scene number 1. But okay, let's start with take 1. Ready, steady, and action.
U.S. Speed Tour West's special number 7, Los Angeles, California. Race the City of Angels, Tinseltown, Hollywood.
Now that's a good spotlight to be racing on the scene. But I'm always gonna have to go with the show because all I ever think of is gonna have to make one replay for having one part of the racing segment from every time and every WIP on from Live Summit. So I'll have to keep a good mint condition because the health bar is now in place on the HUD. So seems like it. We still already got it from episode 2 from season 1 from Motorflix The Hunt. So that will be doing much more fine special effects. We'll have to go in nighttime. But here comes the jump. Gonna take it and do it. Oof, okay. That could be doing one attempt by having one clear stunt. But all I have to do is focusing on the event. This is how Hollywood and Los Angeles to have a good place to be on a movie set like you're about to be racing on a video game. So coming up on the halfway point in 50%, this will be the exit point to go on ramp at the highway. And there you go. Steady as ever and make that nitro to go boosted all out. Okay, in the next turn, this will be having an intersection to go exit at the right before taking another part of the highway. Just to have one good clear turn and doing something else to smash some objects whenever you might need to keep a good clean tack on the car. So gonna have to go coming out to be exit right towards the tunnel. Here it goes, and brake onto the other side.
There they go, past the last checkpoint. The finish line is right ahead to win the stage.
Okay, there we go. Finish line and arrive in 2 minutes, 39.685 seconds. So, I guess that will be doing a one-way access to have a good new property to be located right over here as part of the Season Pass exclusive. So, just gonna have to take a quick tour to go stop around and enter. Very much more perfecto. So, I guess the same as before, just like in Miami, folks. I kind of say that would be quite very good to be having a sightseeing view at the Pacific Ocean. Okay, there's some sailboat. Photo op nearby is the sail crew. Okay, looks like the HR3 might need to have that livery to be spawned appear. And take a good look, you guys. The cruise ship is still there. Magnificent. So beautiful. And I can see Street Racing headquarters right over there on the far distance. But yet, it still might have a good VIP for the Season Pass exclusive to all players. So, I guess that will be doing much more time to go for the quick tour. So I'm so very glad that this is going to be a very good place to be on Malibu, right next to Los Angeles. But that was a very good VIP exclusive. Season Pass is very much more popularity to get all kinds of good vehicles, and even of course to have some powerboat, jet sprint, and airplanes along with it. So this will be doing stage number 7 of the US Speed Tour West. We'll be leaving Los Angeles and go up north to San Francisco. Normal difficulty to be on check, and just to have the Alpha Grand Prix discipline to go maximum, as I'm about to go for the Speed Racing edition of the KTM Expo R. But no time to have the standard version. I had preferred to be using with the Speed Racing edition. There we go. Just to have one of the best previous Motor Pass vehicle of the USST East Edition. Carried out and bring out to have 1100 horsepower in top speed 263 miles per hour. So I hope this will have to get nearly there to have one step closer to be going up in Seattle. So let's do this, folks. Going fast and high speed.
Who will win stage number 7 of US Speed Tour West? In sunny California, racing from LA to San Francisco.
The time of best exploration in Los Angeles. Now it will have to go proceed forward to be going up north in California to be at San Francisco. Just to be having a very good time to be cruising for having another time attack when using the Alpha Grand Prix discipline. Just like stage number 3 is actually to do the resume starting point from Salt Lake Resorts and go to St. George to have the same area state of Utah. So gonna to go explore and check out California. Here we are now. Have the runabout and go to the Malibu. Okay, checkpoint going proceed and say farewell to the Season Pass exclusive home. But we'll have to come back at any time to have 2 other properties between Miami and Los Angeles. But great place, you guys. California is very much more loved to enjoy. As we're about to be coming in to be on the Highway 1 to be at the Big Sur, this will be the very good time to be having a good look and check out the view of Pacific Ocean. The most finest beaches in every areas, and of course the residential homes is still yet to be putting up onto some high advanced structure or being hung up with some more support. So we're about to be coming in and have the Central Coast to be located onto the next area to be at Central Valley nearby. But I'm always collecting more cars on every Live Summit event when it comes to have some bundle event with discount. 20% as usual, so I'm always been looking forward to it to have some good spec of appraisal. %, progression on the halfway point, still going at it, and keep up the good work. Okay, gonna have to slow down quickly and proceed to be around on the Big Sur. Coastal range in about a few more miles to get over onto the Bay Area. Okay, that's 21 seconds. Keep up the good pressure work. Speed Racing Edition on the KTM Expo R Alpha Grand Prix still doing well. Coming at the bridge, and here we are. Big Sur on the Highway 1. Gonna stay on top of it and keep a good line of the mark. Okay, there you go. Now entered onto the next town to be highlighted to be passed by seconds ago. We're almost there. And about 25% progression to go to be arrived in San Francisco. A little call for having a reference from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. In the mission, are we going to San Fierro? That would be a very good time to be explored from Los Santos to San Fierro. But in the Crew 2, from Los Angeles to San Francisco in California. Only 1 mile to go. Keep it up and stay faster on the ropes. We have arrived, you guys. San Francisco. Oh, I have to say this because we gotta have to keep our eyes on the city. Going for having a quarter-mile run. Next turn to be at the Union Square. Not yet far at least. Just 3 more to go, progression left.
Next stop, San Francisco on the Bay. Watch the contestants pass the Golden Gate and leave their mark. Hopefully, not ending up in Alcatraz.
And here we are, folks. Perfect time to have over 5 minutes to have a long trip to go around in the Highway 1 coast. So you see, this will be doing much more enjoyable to be prior to the US Speed Tour cities. Well, enough for now because going cruise around to have the best time to be here to have some good sightseeing places and the elevation to go ups and downs on the tarmac road. But all I have to say is that will be doing much more fun, more events to be coming up in the next part of the full walkthrough in part 62. So, gonna have to check again on the map because that will be doing much more flying forward to be going clear from the west and go up north to be around in the state of California. So just look at this, you guys. The good line that comes together to have Highway 1 to be having a good view at the Pacific Ocean. Just to have a good location to be highlighted on each part of the area like Central Coast, Big Sur, along with the coastal range. And even of course San Francisco to have a good sightseeing view out there to be at the Bay Area. But almost forgot to tell you because one of the most finest landmark in San Francisco is Alcatraz. So I might have to go back on default by the filters and zoom in on the view. But you know, it was definitely might be quite very good to have this part of the island that is actually to be served as Alcatraz prison. Okay, well, gonna have to be ready to wrap this up before the next video as I'm about to go on Coastal Range to have 3 sprint race on 1 street race event. Coastal Range to Los Angeles, to Oil Fields, and to Los Padres. Very much more fun, impressive to have 3 street race events to be on the outskirts around in the Coastal Range. But even of course to have the other 3 street race event is going to be at San Francisco along to have the other areas to Bay Area, to Central Valley, and to Coastal Range. So all I have to say is, this will be good to go to be highlighted on the map as I'm about to go continue on. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. Glad that you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Discord, Patreon, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art, record liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time in the Crew 2 for a full walkthrough, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.